Welcome to some live back extension coaching. I do it a little bit differently, so let's take a look at why. Number one, why do we use a back extension? Is because this position is harder than if you were just standing on ground. So the first reason we use a back extension is because it makes it tougher in this top position. Now I want you to take one leg off. We'd like to progress these to single leg. So she's got one leg up, now the load is here. Now you can do single leg exercises for the posterior chain. This is just very advantageous. You don't have to worry about balance, and we can train the area that we want to train. So now being in this position, now we're really working that extension through here, and it can help us balance between sides. Now go ahead and go down and go as far as you can. So hold that bottom position. So if we compare this to like a flat back extension, which is still awesome, the flat back extension will overload the top, but at the bottom, we won't really have as much stretch. So because this is 45 degrees, we get to load the bottom and now come up to the top and just think to squeeze your right glute. That's all I'm coaching this at, squeeze the right glute for 5 seconds. Now here's where it gets a little different. She's gonna hold a dumbbell in each hand, and now if she were to just lower these dumbbells down to the floor, that would stop her range. So she's gonna hug them up to her chest. Okay, now go all the way down. So this is a light amount of weight. In the ATG system, we're not trying to get to a heavy amount of weight in a rounded back position. We want a light amount of weight, but we want to feel good and be proficient in that position. Now, as you go up, let your arms straighten out until the weight is hanging and pressed against the back extension, just squeezing the glute. So you may be thinking, oh, the weight didn't move, there's no load. Well, you'll have to try this. Now go down, bend your arms, and hug it back in. So if we see where they start and where they finish, it actually does move. And then I'll go ahead and show you here with the standard, which is something that most people can't do, that most people could do. So we see here in this position, I'm able to really get in there deep. Let's notice where the dumbbells are. And now as I come up to the top, they're moving a fair amount of weight. I don't set a timer, I count my exhales out. So rather than 1, 2, no, it's 3, 4, like that. So that way it's more likely to get to 5. And now I'm going down. So this is 25% of my weight each hand, and that is going to give me a good workout through this posterior chain. It doesn't mean that you couldn't do more. You could scale down to less weight. You could scale back to 2 legs, and all of this is built on a foundation in 0 of our elephant walks, full quad flex with palms down, then getting into a slant board Jefferson curl to open up behind the knees, and a seated good morning to strengthen that back. Then we put all this together with split squats the whole time to be opening up the hip flexor so we really can squeeze that glute. And then we have the single leg back extension. It's a very safe way to like push yourself to failure, and we do that 5 sets of 5 with 5-second holds as part of a circuit, because if you just did them all there, you would get so much concentrated blood flow to the back that could actually interfere with how much strength gain you can get. So hope that helped. Alyssa and I just finished up our Tuesday standards session. Thank you, ATG fam. See ya.